Thank you for joining us, America. Linda is with us in Houston, Texas. Welcome to the Dave Ramsey Show, Linda.
Hi, thank you for taking my call. I apologize if I sound a little bit nervous. My question is...
Okay, you're going to have to speak a little more directly into your phone. You're muffled.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I got served some papers. I'm being sued by American Express. And I just wanted to know... I don't have the money to pay them, so I wanted to know what my options are. Can they garnish my wages?
Not in Texas.
Okay.
Texas doesn't do garnishment. You should
verify
that with an attorney.
Okay, so then I called the lawyer to try to set up a payment plan. If he wanted to know where I worked, how much I made, what my expenses were.
You didn't tell him any of that, I hope.
No, I didn't. I actually just hung up on it.
Good. That's perfect. How much do you owe American Express? 58.
58. I'm sorry.
Near your position.
I feel better now. For a second, I was about to pass out. Okay. And what do you guys, are you married?
No, I'm a single mother.
And what do you make a year?
$43,000.
$43,000. And why have you gotten behind with them?
Disregard lost!
Medical reasons. I had medical issues after I had my child.
Costa located! 20 degrees!
Yes, I wasn't able to work and I was trying to catch up.
Cancel!
Gotcha. Okay. So how much in medical bills do you have today?
Spotted the hostile tank!
None. I've actually completely done with that.
Phenomenal. There you go. How much other debt do you have?
I have 15,000 in student loans and about 20 credit cards.
And do you have the student loans on hardship deferral, I assume?
I did, but now I am just making monthly minimum payments.
Oh, how much?
I think it's like 150.
Marking enemy kilo! Zero cutting! Ignore that!
Right. And how many children do you have?
I'm just one.
And do you receive child support?
Yes.
Okay. And is that included in the $43,000 you gave me?
No.
How much is your child support you get?
Roughly $300 a month.
Okay. So about another $3,000, $4,000.
Yeah.
Not getting rich on that. All right. What is your car payment?
I don't have car payment.
Good. That was a test. I want to make sure your car was a debt. Okay, good. All right.
No, I got rid of that last
Okay, here's the thing. You need to double check with a lawyer, like I told you, if you want to, because I'm not a lawyer, so I don't give out legal.
Right located!
My
You're
understanding
close.
is that Texas does not allow garnishment of your wages, and so they're not going to scarf your wages. They're just going to take a judgment lien against you, which is not good, but it's better than a lot of things that could happen in a lot of places you could live in. So basically, you're going to have a very large bad debt playing. As you have discovered, American Distress is a horrible company to work with.
Yes.
They have spoken to you in ways you never thought a human would try to speak to you, haven't they?
Yes.
They are unbelievable. Their collection tactics are off the charts. I will never do business with American Express again because of the way they treat people. They treated me when I was in their situation many years ago. So, anyway. What are we going to do? Well, we got to get rid of the 5,800, but we don't have to panic because they don't really have a lot of power because they can't take anything you got.
Tango on my mark!
Okay.
Now, but we do long-term want to clean it up. But there's something about the way they've been yelling at you, along with you having gone through medical, along with the fact you now have lawsuit papers and lawyers in your life, it scares the crud out of you.
Tracking infantry! 230 degrees! Around 50 meters from your position!
So, the first thing we need to understand is there's not anything to be scared of, because there's nothing we can do. If I'm right, I am, about whether they can garnish your wages, they can't in Texas, then you got nothing to fear. There's nothing they'll be able to do. They'll get a lawsuit against you, and they'll just have a lawsuit laying there. But someday you're going to have to go pay it. So you're going to go clean it up. You want to pay it someday in some way, right?
Yes.
Okay. So number one is nothing to worry about. We're going to be all right. Number two,
Tango
I'm going to
sighted.
put you in our Financial Peace University class. learning how to handle money. Because I think you've done a pretty good job with the horrible situation you're in.
Actually, I'm just enrolled.
Oh, really? Very cool. Good. Okay. Then I'm going to add to that and hook you up with one of our financial coaches as my gift. So a one-on-one person can sit down with you.
Spotted
And
the
they'll
hostile.
help you with the American Express. No problem. Okay?
Okay.
All right, now, here's what you're going to end up doing when you work with the coach, so you'll know. The $5,800 can be settled once it's this delinquent. It's
disregard.
very delinquent. The $5,800 can be settled for probably 50 cents or less on the dollar. So somewhere around $3,000 will go away. You don't have $3,000 to offer them today, but you need to start saving towards that with a detailed, in-depth budget. And as soon as you can get around $3,000, you call that attorney firm and just say, hey, I'm working with a financial coach, and they said to call you because, you know, I've got a $5,800 judgment. And they'll say, oh, no, it's $8,000 now because it's got all these attorney's fees added to it. And you say, I understand, but I don't have $8,000. I don't have $5,800. I do have $3,000, however, and if you'd like to settle for that, we will give you the $3,000 as settlement in full. And you'll be able to work this thing down in a lump sum settlement that you get in writing, or you don't give them any money. Okay? And you don't give them any personal information on you at all. Because I don't want them calling and hassling your employer. I don't want them calling your neighbors. I don't want them bothering you anymore. Okay? And you'll be able to settle this for pennies on the dollar of some kind, $2,000, $3,000, somewhere in there. I'd start calling them when you had two. And if they don't take it, just keep upping the offer until you get to 3, and somewhere in there, they'll take the offer.
Okay.
But you just got to know, you're not dealing with good humans.
Right.
You
I
are
figured
not
that
who
one out.
you are not who they said you are.
150 degrees.
They are scum.
50 meters away.
Okay.
You are not. You're a single mom out there fighting the bear with a switch, trying to raise 2 kids who had a medical problem and couldn't work and got behind on our bills. That's not scum. That's good people who had a tornado come through their life. That's all that is. And you'll survive. You'll get up on the other side of this. And 5 years from now, this will be a story you're telling some other single mom who's scared. And you'll be up the other side of this thing and have it whipped. Not only this, but the credit cards and the student loans also. It's all going to be gone in 5 years. All of it. And I'm going to show you how and walk with you, okay?
Okay.
You're going to make it. You hear me?
Thank you.
You hear me?
Okay.
You are. All right. You hold on. I'm going to have Kelly pick up, get you hooked up with one of our coaches, and walk with you through this thing. You know why most people don't win? They don't bother.
We are initiating an attack on Bravo.
You have to bother. You have to be intentional. Never again is American Express going to call my house and ask my wife why she would stay with a man that won't pay his bills. Ron is with us in St. Louis. Let's start with Austin in Florida this hour. Hey, Austin, welcome to the Dave Ramsey Show. How can Chris and I help?
Dave and Chris, thank you guys for taking my call today.
Sure.
My question is, me and my wife were in baby step 2, and we have $60,000 in debt. Also, we have about 5 credit cards in collections. One of those was Bank of America, which they actually sued us about 2 months ago for the full amount. And when they came to us, we tried to negotiate, but it was actually their lawyers. We tried to negotiate, but they said it's too late. We're asking for the full amount. They even summed us. The sheriff came to our house, gave us the papers. We have 4 other credit cards in collections, and my question is, should we tackle them so that we can negotiate, or continue on our regular baby step 2 debts that are good?
How much do you owe B of A?
$3,400.
And what's your household income?
$100,000.
Okay. All right. And what is the rest of the debt? You got 4 credit cards, and What else in 60K?
We have student loans that are
How much?
approximately 30,000. 30,000.
Friendly
We have a
forces
car loan for
targeting Alpha 1.
12,000, and we actually
We have
just
almost no
settled
resources left.
with the timeshare
Occupation
team.
of
We got out of our
Bravo Sector
timeshare,
Good.
but we're having to pay them approximately. I think we have $10,000
Laser
left.
mark!
We got a payment
In my
plan
area!
to complete that process.
Okay, good. But you got the end of that news.
Enemy soldier marked!
Bad news. Okay.
Travel at the marker!
So the sheriff came and served you with a court order or gave you a date, right?
Yes, which has actually been extended because of COVID.
Right. So when is the date?
The new date, I believe, is June 15th. But thankfully we got our stimulus check, which is exactly what we needed for it. So we put that in savings. I tried to contact the lawyers to pay them, but they're unavailable due to the virus.
Don't pay them. Don't pay them.
At all?
Nope. I would show up down there on June 15th and meet with the attorney, and they will settle it on the spot.
Please get up!
And you'll get it for 50 cents on the dollar, 20 cents on the dollar.
Okay, that was unexpected.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're broke. You don't have any money, and you don't have the money to pay this in full. That's why you were offering them a settlement. For God's sakes, that's why it's in collection to start with. And here's what happens: you're dealing when you're dealing with Bank of America to start with. You're dealing with Satan. But did I say that out loud? But anyway, when you're dealing with their attorneys in collections, you are a widget in a factory that churns out 5,000 widgets a minute all day long. So there's absolutely you got no attention at all when you try to work with them before. You were probably dealing with a 26-year-old paralegal at best. Okay? When you trot down there, what you're going to find is the attorney has a two-wheeler with boxes of cases that are going before the judge all at once that day. They're rolling the widgets off the end of the assembly line, and you're one of them. When you actually show up in person, it is so completely shocking to them that they cannot emotionally deal with it. And then just stand up before the judge and tell the judge, I offered them a settlement, if they won't settle. But he'll settle before you just find the little character, and he'll be running around. He'll be highly unimpressive because he can't get a good job, right? And his little mustache will be going up and down with cookie crumbs in it or something, right? I'm telling you, you're going to be so underwhelmed. You ever been to traffic court?
Oh yeah.
Like for a speeding ticket? You remember when you went and you thought it was a big deal, and then when you got down there, it's almost like something on a Saturday Night Live skit? You remember that?
That's what's the emotional part with me too, is going to court for something.
Well, that's my point. When you went to traffic court, though, you were all jacked up about it, but when you got down there, it was almost funny, wasn't it? The way it all went down.
It was quick too.
Do what?
It was quick too.
It was very quick, and it was just like, it was automatic, and the judge goes, oh, you want to go to school, or you want to pay the ticket? If you go to school, it comes off your insurance, you go, school, Your Honor. Everybody says, school, Your Honor, right? And you run through the school. You know how it works. And so this is about the same thing. This is a traffic ticket world. And they're just, and nobody comes. You'll probably be the only one there.
Yeah. Austin, they see you as an account number and a dollar amount. And so for you to go down there and to be firm and to be clear, what it is now you're putting a name to your account number.
But just, give them payment, that you have proof of payment has been made if you cut a deal, and then he has to give it to you in writing that it is settled, or an agreed order will be fine before the judge. Enter an agreed order that they agree to accept $1,000 for this $3,400, and you can take cash if you want. I don't care, but he needs to give you a receipt.
So for the other four,
same thing. Just continue to work them over the phone like you work these guys. I'm surprised you weren't unsuccessful over the phone as you were, but you're dealing with Bank of America, and they're just a complete pain in the butt.
For such a small dollar amount.
I can't believe they're being hard by.
Seriously.
It's so standard in the credit industry when something gets all the way to court like this, that something under $10,000 is settled for about 15 to 20 cents on the dollar.
to George in Gainesville, Florida. What's up, brother George?
Hey, how you guys doing? Thank you for taking my call.
You got it, man. What's up?
Hey, so I just found out that I'm being sued from a debt collector, and I just have no idea how to approach any of this. There's already a hearing date for next month on the 11th. I'm just pretty scared. I'm not going to lie. I know it's not going to be the end of the world, but I just don't know what to do.
Well, I'll let George walk you through the letters. It's probably not a true hearing.
Seismic activity in British Columbia has damaged a Canadian U.S. research facility base. A landslide has exposed the interior and damaged the surrounding area. The Russians wrongly allege that this has revealed a military weapon and are deploying forces onto Canadian soil to secure it. Not on my watch.
Say it again?
Why didn't you pay it off?
Just straight up, I just couldn't afford it. I'm 24 now. I pretty much had to grow up on my own at the age of 18, so everything's been at my own expense, almost kind of paycheck to paycheck since then. And I was making the minimum payments every month, and then COVID kind of hit. My hours were affected a lot. I made $8,000 last year, all of last year, and I was still able to make it, paying my rent and utility bills, so that was it. I couldn't really pay any of my credit card stuff. And
what other debt do you have?
So I have the credit card debt.
I'm getting orders.
I have student loan debt and car debt.
Okay, hey, we're gonna get into your question, okay? But like, can we just pretend you and me and George are sitting around a table, having some nachos, just talking, so I can be direct with you?
We have conquered Alpha 1.
Where do you need
Why are you making $8,000 in calendar?
Contact. We've engaged the
Doing one of the
enemy.
hottest job markets in the
This is
history
why
of
you're
this
here,
country.
Nopads. Capture the objectives.
Yeah, I just,
Our enemy just
I
took
didn't
Sector
have a car
Foxtrot.
until this past February, and I just, to be honest with you, I just couldn't find new
Enemy forces
transportation,
control the majority
I
of
was looking at
sectors.
Publix for about 5 years.
George, I don't think I believe that. Because I've had seasons of my life where I have to ride my bike to work. I was married with a kid, but my truck broke. Like, you figure it out when you find yourself up against the wall. Like, what's the holdup, man? You're worth more than $8,000. You're worth 5 times that much.
Now I'm actually starting January, this past January, I just started working full-time for my church. So this is the first time in
So what do you make now?
long that I make $17.50 an hour.
Okay. Well, are you done making excuses? Because we can't help you.
Are you ready to clear this up?
Yeah.
Okay. The civil suit, like you mentioned, is not the end of the world, but we do have to get it in writing. So I need you to actually...
Well, let's tell you what happened here. So a company bought bad debt for pennies on the dollar from Best Buy. Okay, they sold. You owed them how much? How much was the original debt?
Go to the hostile.
I don't know what the amount that have all the papers is $2,700.
Okay, so you probably owed $1,500. They sold it for $500, and then they've tacked on a whole bunch of fees and interest, and they send you a letter and say, "Give us $2,700." That's what they're doing. Okay? So they've bought this debt less than $2,700. And now their goal is to see how much they can extract.
Sector Delta has been conquered by the enemy.
Okay.
So, George, starting today, number one, debt is off the table. Do you have any more credit cards that are open?
No.
Okay. We're not going to touch debt ever again.
Yeah.
Agree with that?
Enemies attacking Echo
Clearly,
One.
it's not your friend. It's burnt you too many times in the past. So going forward, we need to actually communicate and take our head out of the sand and go, all right, this sucks. I don't like where I'm at, but I'm going to communicate openly and honestly with this debt collector and say, I need this in writing. I need you to confirm the debt, confirm the amounts, the age of the debt, and if they can't produce that, then they have to throw it out legally. But they probably will say, here it is, Best Buy, here's the purchases you made, here's how much debt, here's the fees. And then we go, okay, this sucks. Now I have to go figure out a way to pay for this.
Or do you have $500? No, $2,700. Do you have $1,500? Cash?
What kind of car do you drive?
I have a 2014 Kia Forte.
Okay. What's the loan on that?
It was about $9.99 out the door.
$9,900?
Yeah, $9,900, and I paid $4,000 down payment.
So you have $6K on the loan.
A little bit under 5 probably now.
Okay. So we're gonna list all these debts, smallest to largest. You gotta deal with this one in collections first, because the law is involved. This is an ankle biter. But beyond that, if they're willing to settle, let's say $1,500, that's great. And they may go, all right, we're gonna drop the hearing date. This guy's actually willing to pay us some money.
Yeah, and that's what, if you call them and say, I'll give you $1,500 today. That's what I've got, or I've got $980. That's probably gonna be too much of a cut for them, but I got $980. I got cash. I'll do it right now. You guys send me a contract in writing that says this will guarantee this, and I will get you paid. Under no circumstances do you give them access to your checking account. They'll say, oh, I'll do it, but you got to give me your checking account number. No way. If they call them and ask them if they will settle this thing, our friend Anthony O'Neill used to work collections, and he said it's best to call them during the month, but you may have a hearing date before that. So, but call them and just say, I'll give you this much. I'll give you 25%. I'll give you 50%. I got cash, and I'm gonna make this thing happen. Okay. And then go ahead, George.
No, I mean this is the strategy here. There's no shortcut, George. We just have to pay off our debts that we went into and learn from the mistakes. So,
what are you doing for the church, George?
I work at the facility to just maintain the church in a general sense.
What are your hours?
I'm a full-time, so I work 40 hours a week now.
What are your hours? 8 to 5?
7 to 3. Monday through Friday.
7 to 3. How old are you?
24.
24. You've had a rough go of it, huh? Childhood was hard?
Yeah.
Okay. Listen to me super carefully. You're at a crossroads right now. I spent my career working with you, okay? I'm looking directly at you. You're at a crossroads. You have an opportunity to change everything.
Return to the combat area.
Your family tree, change the lives of grandkids you've never met. You have an opportunity to work like a maniac for the next 36 months. When you get off your job at 3, you go directly to another job. When you get done with that job, you can deliver pizzas or drive Uber until 12 o'clock at night. You can get up next morning 3 o'clock. And you're going to get yourself something you've never had. And then you're going to start doing things you've never done before. And sleep. Be able to pay for it. Be able to take somebody out on a date and just pay for it. Now, does it sound good?
Yeah.
It's a different life. But I'll also tell you this. If you just park it, you get done at 3 o'clock and you go home and play video games, you're going to find yourself right back where we were. That's my promise to you. I've just met too many guys in your situation. You've got a magic moment here, dude, but it's going to take you grinding and working. Grinding and working, grinding and working. So here's the deal. George and I are gonna shoot you out of this thing with jet fuel, okay? I'm gonna give you a year of Ramsey Plus. I'm gonna send you a copy of Total Money Makeover. I'm gonna send you the EveryDollar app for a year. I've just taken away every excuse you have, and I want you to watch these videos. And if you got some buddies that would watch them with you, that'd be even better. Is that fair?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.
could you go through it with some people at the church and say, hey, who wants to do Financial Peace University with you? Because you can't do this stuff alone. You got to have people in your corner. If you've been watching the news or been on the car lot lately, you know that car prices have been insane. And with that comes some insane decisions. And then with that becomes a new average monthly car payment of $733, according to Kelley Blue Book. Wow. Ken, that is...
Hostiles are trying to seize one of our objectives. Foxtrot 2, no longer secure.
Something for you! I'm under attack!
Our forces have taken an objective.
Go! Yuki! Need the medic!
Right! Grenade out! Explosives out! Explosive in place!
Enemy soldier mark.
They've
240
captured Checker
degrees.
Foxtrot.
Around 300 meters. Spotted a hostile.
Can't let them keep all those sectors. Prepare to counterattack.
Tango on my mark.
One of our objectives is under attack. Alpha 1 was just taken by us.
Ground troop. 210 degrees. 200 meters.
Stay away from me!
Tango sighted. Taxi there. Coastal enemies on my mark. 210 degrees. 200 meters. Danger located. 240 degrees. Around 70 meters from your position.
Back to the encampment.
We don't control enough sectors. We must fight harder.
Enemy
Alpha 1 is
soldier
being
there.
contested by
East.
hostiles.
Need to reload.
Sector Bravo has fallen to hostiles. Allied forces are engaging at objective Echo 2.
Grenade out.
Objective captured and secure. Sector Echo secure. All objectives are under our control.
Leave me. Please get up.
The enemy holds more sectors than us. It's time to push up. We're down to half-strength troops. Echo 1 under assault.
Come, pick me up. Marking a hostile. 280 degrees. 70 meters from your position. Ignore them. We lost a friend. Let's go. Come, my friend. Your days are not over.
Objective Echo 2 has been lost. We've lost an objective to the enemy. Echo 2 targeted. Begin the assault. Sector Bravo.
I'm under fire here! Delay my last order!
Echo 1 control lost.
Ignore them!
Hostile, now control Echo 1.
Echo 2 targeted. Attack. Control of Sector Foxtrot. Attack Foxtrot 2.
the marker. 30 degrees. 200 meters. Coastal located. Marking a hostile. Cancel. Cancel. On the right. Tracking infantry. 080 degrees. 110 meters away.
Our enemy just took Sector Foxtrot. Allies are securing Echo 1.
We've lost an objective.
Tango sighted. It's near me.
We've locked down an objective.
Look out! Disregard! Sorry!
The enemy has secured more sectors than we have. Remember your orders.
Danger mark! Disregard message! Harbor rolling! 210 degrees! 130 meters! Ignore last message!
All forces withdraw. We can't win this one.
Lock in, load up. Let's move.